I was given the tip in one of my videos to not dry my jars to help prevent cross-contamination, so thank you.
A lampoon of youth. So who am I to really teach you anything? Do I know what's true? True for you. But at least I think there are some nuggets found along the way. That, for instance, you must learn to wait for night to turn into day. Night to turn into day. But if your aim is straight, and if you're willing to wait, you're gonna get there. Wait and see. If you can take some rain, you'll get twice the sun, my friend. You're gonna get there. Wait and see. You'll get there eventually. Don't you try to run away from shadows, they always catch up. Learn to face whatever demons come your way. Don't become a stranger to hard labor, there's no other way. Hear me when I say, but if your aim is straight, and if you're willing to wait, you're gonna get there. Wait and see. If you can take some rain, you'll get twice the sun, my friend. You're gonna get there. Wait and see. You'll get there eventually. But if your aim is straight, and if you're willing to wait, you're gonna get there. Wait and see. If you can take some rain, you'll get twice the sun, my friend. You're gonna get there. Wait and see. You'll get there eventually. Eventually.
I wasn't happy with the liquid amount or lack of in the jar, so I went ahead and blended up that daikon radish that you saw there. I didn't use the onions that I showed you previously, the white onion and the shallot, because they would have been an overkill, I think. So all I did was add the daikon radish in, and then I strained it, and then I mixed it in just in the jar. Then of course I went ahead and I tempered it down again. You want to get out all of the oxygen in the bottom and have the brine at the top, because that keeps your ferment from getting bad bacteria. I've made the mistake of not pushing everything down really tightly, and trust me, it is not a good idea. It's really gross. So just make sure that you are pushing everything down as tightly as you possibly can and that there is a nice layer of brine at the top. I needed the weights out of this other kimchi that I had done in a previous video. Well, it's more of a sauerkraut, but I talk about that in the other video. And so I got out one of the weights just to help weigh down the green onion kimchi, just to help keep everything underneath that brine. And then I went ahead and got 2 more of the weights out of the previous sauerkraut kimchi, whatever you want to call it, just to help this green onion kimchi ferment really nicely. The other ferment that I have there, the purple one, is already finished. It's already been fermented, so it's in the refrigerator. It doesn't require the weights any longer. So I am using these weights here just to keep the kimchi pushed down underneath the brine. And then back it goes to sit out at least a couple of days, if not a few weeks. All right, guys, it's been 3 days. I want to try this kimchi because I feel like it's going to be ready. I feel like it's just in my gut. I feel like it's going to ferment a lot faster than cabbage. All right, I can really smell this. It is strongly smelling of kimchi. And I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see here, but it's got the bubbles. Do you see? It's got a lot of bubbles there. When I push down on it, can you see that? Like all the fermenting that's going on in there. So I thought today would be a really good day to give this a try. So we're going to do just that. I'm going to take out these weights first. Oh man, it smells so much like kimchi. I didn't put any onions in it. I was going to, as you guys saw earlier in the video, but I started thinking about it and I was like, wait, I'm literally fermenting onions. So I don't know if I should add onions to that. Okay. That's what it's looking like. What is it tasting like? Ready? It almost reminds me of alfalfa. It's definitely fermented. Let's try this carrot. It's a little more salty than I like, but I've noticed with ferments, as it ferments more, the salt kind of goes away or dissipates. I don't really know. Texture's good. I'm not crazy for it. Having said that, I do think with rice, with this on top of rice, good. Like really good. I couldn't find any recipe. I went on Mommy Tang's channel. I should tag her and be like, Mommy Tang, make green. She probably thinks this is such a basic, easy recipe that she's like, I'll figure it out. Oh wow, look at that. Do you see that? So I went to Mommy Tang's channel looking for green onion kimchi and I couldn't find a recipe. So I'm not sure if there is one. I did find 1 or 2 vegan green onion kimchis, but I just couldn't get into them enough to watch them. And so I just kind of looked up recipes online and kind of tried figuring out my own way through because I've done kimchi enough that I felt confident enough to give this a go. I think the recipe's okay, but I would have loved if Mommy Tang had done a recipe because I would have followed her recipe. In terms of like ferments with sauerkraut, with kimchi especially, I lean heavily towards the vegan. I think they taste so much better than the ones with animal products and I really love them. So by no means am I vegan. I used to be vegan, and while I was on my vegan journey, I came across sauerkraut and kimchi and all of the fermented foods and I am obsessed with them. But when it comes to kimchi, especially vegan, kimchi is the winner. Chicken dinner, probably not the best thing to say with vegan kimchi. The winner, chickpea dinner, hands down the best is vegan. So I always look for vegan recipes. I don't even worry about the ones that have fish sauce, animal paste, and beef bone broth and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that because I really like to keep them plant-based because that's kind of what I started loving, and I think the flavor is next level. Not that I'm saying there isn't one that is not vegan that's good, but I just haven't found one yet. So when it comes to me making them myself, I just look for vegan recipes. This is probably like a 6 out of 10 on its own. I can eat kimchi on its own. I can eat sauerkraut on its own if I love it. And if it's like mother-in-law's kimchi or Green Street Kitchen's kimchi or Green Street Kitchen's sauerkraut, but it's called kimchi. Those I'm just like, I could eat them by the spoonful and I could just enjoy that on its own. But green onion, I think is gonna taste better with rice. You know what? I think I'm gonna make some rice and try that so you guys can see on the video. So just hold please. I'll be back with a little bit of rice. And just like that, we have rice. And chopsticks. Okay, now we've got our rice and our kimchi. You see this mess? Okay. It still tastes a little alfalfa-y, but so much better. Okay, it's all vegan but the butter. So I'm gonna put my rice in there. Got my rice in there. Right. This is where it's not vegan. Butter, onion powder. I would do soy sauce, tamari. I don't have any. I know I should have some. I always have some, but I don't for this video, of course. And I also don't have any sesame seed oil, but I have sesame seeds. Protein, protein. That's funny. You'll get that if you get that, and if you don't, then you don't watch Mommy Tang. Okay, so. Good. Because I already put these in there, I'm not gonna do that again. So I put them in my mouth. Okay. That in there. Let's try it now. I'm gonna let this ferment for a couple more days outside of the refrigerator. So put that aside and we'll give this a try. I want to try the chopsticks, but it took me like 5 minutes to get that last bite going. So let's try with all this stuff. I think this is going to be really good. I'm going to fit this whole bite in my mouth. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad I did this. Oh, look at that bite. Look at that bite. Can it fit? That's good. That is so, so good. I'm messy. I'm messy because I tried the chopsticks. Okay, so my new verdict is that I adore it with rice. On its own, I don't want to eat it on its own. I do like it. It's fine on its own, but it feels like condiment. Whereas the other kimchi is very thick and there's more of a mouthfeel to it, so it doesn't feel so much like a condiment. Does that make sense? I'm glad I made it. I'm glad. I'm going to let it sit out for another day or two. Let it get a little bit more sour, but the flavor is really, really nice. And I'm glad I did that. I'm going to manifest that Mommy Tang makes a green onion kimchi recipe mukbang, because then I will jump on that train. Anything and everything she makes and tells me to make that's kimchi, I listen. I do it. So all in all, I'm very happy. I'm also very tired. I'm sweating because I'm getting better from being sick, and so I'm going to go lay down and take a little nap. Take a little break. I earned it. I'm not even gonna clean this mess. Like, this mess can wait. And so can that one. But I didn't want to wait to film my video, so that's it. That's my green onion vegan kimchi video. Really good as a condiment. Don't eat it, don't make it thinking you're gonna be able to just snack on it. If you're like me, you like to snack on kimchi, sauerkraut. It's not like that, it's more like a condiment. But if you really like rice and having kimchi on rice, it's a really nice condiment. I will keep working on that recipe. But for now, it's pretty good. I'm sure that recipe could be better. Everything can be better. But it's pretty freaking good for my first attempt. I'm happy with that. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining my video. Like always, I am so touched. I'm honored that you spent your time with me. It feels like a big deal to me that you spend your time with me because I know that your time is valuable and I recognize that. I just want to thank you guys again for joining my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, guys, bye. Mwah.